All right, we're talking to Jonathan McKay, and he is with the U.S. Department of Education, but actually with Mathematica Policy Research out of Washington, D.C. Hi there, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. And we are talking about the rapid cycle evaluation coach.
That's right.
Okay, what the heck is that?
The Rapid Cycle Evaluation Coach is a free and online tool for educators to figure out whether or not their ed tech applications are working. So is it making a difference, moving the needle for students, for teachers, whomever's being targeted by the app?
So how does that work?
So what our tool does is walks you through a series of modules. Think of it as TurboTax for evaluation.
Okay.
And it's going to ask you lots of questions without requiring a lot of foreknowledge about evaluation or research or statistical methods to get you to complete a rigorous evaluation of your ed tech application.
Wow. And so, okay, so tell me, I got to wrap my brain around it. So I've got TurboTax for ed tech. So say I go out and I buy some product.
Yep. You roll it out in your classrooms.
Okay.
You've got, let's say, half of your third grade classrooms are using your new iTool. Well, what this RCE coach could do for you is to say, all right, well, let's look back at the students who've been using iTool, and let's compare the students who are using iTool with students who are not. And let's look at their test scores in reading and compare them. So we're going to create a valid comparison group among those third graders of whether or not iTool is making the difference, that is moving the needle on test
Does it
scores.
take into account things like socioeconomic status? Does it take into account like other variables, or is it just say people that have the tool, people versus people that don't have the tool?
Right, so this is a totally customizable experience. You can evaluate and break it down in whatever way you'd like to. So if you have in your data all sorts of demographic characteristics, you can do you can cut the analysis any sort of way you want.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And it's totally free.
It is totally free.
So if I had, like, for instance, if I had a one-to-one initiative in a school district, like I'm handing out laptops to all my kids.
Sure.
And so I can use this tool to see if it's making a difference.
So long as you have some students who are not getting the laptops.
As long as I have a control
to compare them to.
Okay, so
Yep.
So can I compare them to like another district that doesn't have laptops?
The key is finding a valid comparison, right? So we want to make sure we're comparing apples to apples here.
Right.
So long as we have the data to be able to create that valid comparison such that the students look as identical as possible, then yes.
That's okay. Okay, so like districts that are in the same city, they could compare data,
Sure.
right? Okay, that's cool. So how does it? Can you kind of run me through it real quick here?
Yeah,
Tell me
I
what
mean,
you're doing.
It's module based, so you log in and it's going to pick up right where you left off.
Oh, cool.
So if I'm in the middle of my evaluation and I'm working to craft my research question, I go right back in here, and of course I've already answered the questions. But
With
what's
the iTool.
What's the name? Okay, my ed tech app is called iTool. And so what is the intended effect? Well, I want it to have an impact on reading scores, so that would be student academic achievement, and I want to see an increase. Well, among whom are you hoping to see the results? Right, so I'm looking at 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, let's say.
Okay.
And then, who do you want to compare it against? Well, I want to see if the tool's making the difference, so it would be those students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade that are not using iTool.
So if I'm starting my master's program, I could use this to...
You could use it to do your evaluation for your master's
I could
program.
do for free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to heck with buying SPSS.
That's right.
we don't need no stinking SPSS. So. Okay, so if someone's interested in using this tool, which looks like a really cool tool,
Yep.
how do they go about getting to it?
They go to the website, edtechrce.org.
edtechrce.org.
.org, that's right. Everything's there. You sign in, create an account, totally secure, and you can create as many evaluations as you'd like.
That's cool. So thank you for talking to us this
Absolutely.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. And that's with the U.S. Department of Education, and it's called, again, the Rapid Cycle Evaluations for Educational Technology Coach.
There you go.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.